Welcome to MetalVice in 666. I'm your host, Brian, joined the other host,
Karen.
And we're going to be talking about the Into Oblivion listen party that Lamb of God hosted, this last weekend.
Yeah, the record stores hosted it, but
yes,
they put it together.
I guess. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah. They did host one, though.
They did host one in Richmond.
In Richmond, motherfucking Virginia.
Do you remember what the name of that place was?
No.
No, you just saw it online and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're unfamiliar with this, so Lamb of God's new album, Into Oblivion, came out Friday the 13th, March.
It did, yeah.
And to celebrate, they had a number of listen parties across the U.S. I think there were like 160 or so.
140, I remember.
Okay, and I think it was in like 36 states or something like that.
States,
yeah. All right, anywho. So, yeah, they just hosted it. We've never been to a listening party thing before, so we figured, hey, we're not doing anything. Let's go check this out. The one in Chicago we went to was at Bucket of Blood Records. They were all at independent record shops, I believe. Bucket of Blood is an independent record shop. They do like Records Today and all that shit. It's also very, very close to Kuma's Corner.
It is, yes.
So we're like, fuck it, let's go get dinner as well as going to listen to the new album. So, and you could buy the new album there as well. We didn't buy any copies because we had 2 copies purchased that came the next day in mail.
Right. That we purchased ahead of time, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The first pressing version of the vinyl and the limited edition Headbangers Boat copy as well, which I thought was only available to people who went on the boat, but nope, not so much.
Yeah.
Because one of the things you can get here at Bucket of Blood was the copy of that CD.
Yeah. And also you can buy it on their website. So
You could have, yeah. Bucket of Blood, though, just quickly talking about that. Like I said, it's an independent record store very, very close to Kuma's Corner, like a 5-minute walk, a block and a half away
like
or so.
Elston and Belmont.
Is it Belmont? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and it's not only a record store, but it's like a little, they sell DVDs and VHSs. They actually sell VHS there as well. Yeah. But DVDs, a good horror collection of DVDs, but a mixture of other things. This night we actually picked up Heavy and Heavier Trip.
Yes, yeah. We had been wanting those since we saw Heavier Trip. Or since we saw both of them, actually, because it was a double release or whatever at Music Box. But, and we saw the DVDs there one time and then we didn't pick them up and then we went back again. They weren't there.
I didn't look that hard, I don't think.
Okay.
This time we were in the store for quite a while before going, like before it started and whatnot.
Yeah. Because we take transit and you never know with transit. So I'm like, well, I want to be there early-ish. Not early-ish, but just not late.
Yeah. So. Bucket of Blood, though, also has a bunch of books as well. Yep. Again, a very good horror selection for books.
Horror, mythical,
sci-fi. They've got a little bit of everything, but they have a really, really good horror section. A really big horror section, too. Some occult stuff in there as well. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, like I said, records. They have a very good metal selection.
They do, yeah.
A hardcore section and a punk section, like that's the main focus. They have a bunch of the other shit as well.
Yeah, but that's not as
classic rock, some poppy kind of shit and whatnot, but a lot of metal, hardcore, and punk. And
a lot of local stuff.
Yes.
They have local sections in all of those sections, but then also on one wall they have, are they 7 inches?
Yep.
Of all local stuff.
Is that all local, those 7 inches?
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's some really cool art on the 7 inches. We have a bunch of 7 inches, so we don't really have room to get more.
Yeah, we should get another bin for them and then start.
So then we can start getting some of those. Yeah. I'm also not the biggest fan of 7 inches just because I don't listen to them that often.
Supporting a local band.
And it would be cool for sure.
Yeah.
And I guess that's just Bucket of Blood there. The quick rundown of what they offer. It's a really, really cool spot. I do like it. I do also, though, think the prices on some of the vinyl are a bit pricey. I think they are higher than you can get them elsewhere, but you know,
really?
I feel like it is. But also,
I feel like it's very standard, like
maybe
$30, $20 to $30.
Most everything I saw was $40, right around $40, which
I saw a lot of whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no. And all I'm trying to say is like they're independent. They're small, independent. Yeah. So you're paying maybe a little bit more than you would if you go to like a bigger box store and whatnot, or even a bigger, more prominent sort of record store. Like here in Chicago, there's Reckless Records, which is a much larger, still independent, but a larger shop than Bucket of Blood is for sure. But yeah, we just discovered Bucket of Blood not long ago. It's a really, really cool spot. And like I said, super close to Kuma, super close to Rev, my favorite brewery in town as well. So we figured, fuck it, let's go check out this listen party. Never done that before. So let's dive into the listen party thing, I guess.
Okay.
We've been talking and rambling for a bit. So we usually used to do a 666 countdown. Maybe we should try to bring that back.
Maybe.
But
so I don't ramble.
Yeah. But getting into the actual listen party thing, like you said, or what we said, we showed up early because we wanted to make sure we got there on time.
Well, and also I thought it was going to be busy.
Yeah, it wasn't all that busy.
There wasn't that many people there for it.
Which is a little disappointing.
It was, yeah. Even we went to Kuma's Corner afterwards, and the host guy, we were talking to him because we just sat at the bar, and he's a Lamb of God fan and everything, and we were just talking to him about the party. Or I think you went to the restroom, but I was talking to him about the listening party and stuff, and he was like, oh, was there a lot of people there? I'm like, unfortunately, no. Like, I would like to see a lot more, but...
Maybe 10, 15 people at most?
At the most, but I don't think all those people were there for the listening party, because at the end with like the raffle part, I think there was only like 7 of us.
Okay, so
no, there would be more because there's 4, 2, 2, 1,
about 10 or so.
So 10,
15 or so, somewhere in there. Yeah. But you brought up a good point. The raffle at the end, they were giving away door prizes. So they turned on the album. It's only 39 minutes. It's a super quick, super short album.
Yeah, and basically they just. Was it from Spotify? It wasn't a record, was it?
I think it was a CD. I think they played.
Oh, a CD?
Or no, it wasn't the record. I think it was probably a CD then.
Okay. But yeah, it was just over they have 2 big speakers actually in the I was going to say over the overhead, but they have 2 big speakers that they played.
The door prizes, like when they started playing it, they handed out tickets, or they said you can come up here and get tickets. They told us what the door prizes were ahead of time before they started. Like, here's a first pressing vinyl, here's a signed vinyl, here's a Headbangers Boat CD, the zine, you're supposed to get that as well. They didn't get that in the mail, so if you won, you had to come back and get that. They were also raffling off tickets to the upcoming Lamb of God show here in Chicago. They had these really cool blacklight posters that if you bought the independent copy or independent version of the vinyl, you got that. You also got a slip mat if you did that as well. So you got both of those. But every person who went there got these little Into Oblivion wristbands, as well as like a 12 by 12 insert for like a vinyl.
Yeah.
And so we got our wristbands. We got the 12 by 12 insert.
Sorry.
And there goes our cat.
He's done.
Mostly I use that insert for our...
Oh, did you put it in there?
First pressing, because it doesn't have a cover. It's just sort of like the Lamb of God. So on the back, I have that on there, so you can like see what the cover of the album would have looked like. So we didn't buy the independent pressing of the album because, like I said, we have a vinyl, we have a CD. We don't need to have 18 different copies of an album.
Yeah.
But it might look pretty cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
There are like Walmart exclusives that come with bonus tracks, which is kind of a bunch of bullshit, I think. I don't like when bands do that, but I don't, fuck it, whatever. I don't care.
It's just hard to say no to all the different variants, but one, we don't have very much space, and 2, we don't need to be buying doubles of everything.
No.
We have a few records that are doubles, and we need to not do that. So
right. Other than that, they started playing the album, and you just sort of wandered the store.
Yeah, that's what we did. Yeah.
I held off listening to the album until the listening party.
Same. I listened to the songs that had come out. What was it? Sepsis, Into Oblivion,
Blunt Force Blues.
Yeah. So I listened to all of those, but then I didn't listen to anything that day.
Same.
Kind of treated it like a concert. Like we will hear it at the release party. So that's when I'm going to hear it. So.
But with that said, it wasn't the most conducive environment for listening to an album if you're looking to do that, because people were coming in and leaving, just normal shoppers.
Yeah, because the store was open. Yeah. They didn't like shut down for just this.
People who were there to listen to the album were just sort of hanging out, chatting with each other. So like it was a fun time, but it wasn't necessarily like the most conducive environment if you wanted to listen to the music.
Yeah, and I think we found, like, we were looking at books, we were just wandering around and looking at the shelves and stuff, and I even missed Sepsis, which is like the 3rd track or 4th track.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And I didn't even think about it until later. I was like, I don't remember hearing that, and I really liked Sepsis when it came out, so I was, excited to hear it again. But I don't know if it was when we were looking at the DVDs or the books or what, but
yeah, all in all, it was a really fun evening. The end of the night, they did do the raffle. Some kid won the tickets.
Yeah.
And then another individual, she won like the bundle with all the vinyl, the CDs, the the zine and all that.
At first we thought that was gonna be split up into like.
I wish they would have done it that way.
Because otherwise you get 4 copies of the same album.
Right. 2 vinyls.
And 2 CDs.
And 2 CDs. Yeah. Right. They could have, that's what I would have liked to have seen, is it split out between, all right, you win, you could choose what you wanted. Because we were talking, he's like, I really want that zine. We didn't buy the zine. Yeah. If we won it, then we would have like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we even said, we were like, oh, if we get drawn for the album or the tickets, we'd probably just say no, or you know, like draw somebody else because we already have that.
Yeah.
But the zine was the one thing that we wanted. So.
But she won all of that. And you know, I'm sure it's depending on what place you went, what your record store did. They probably did it differently.
Yeah.
Maybe they had other door prizes or whatnot. But this is what ours did. We did end up getting the poster and slip mat as we left.
They did hand that out to everybody.
We're like, hey, thanks for having us. This was a lot of fun. And like, oh, do you want one? We have a bunch. And like, yes, please.
They had a whole box of them. So I don't know if they got, you know, like I don't know how many come in that box, but it's like that really thin box. Maybe 25, 50 or something.
I'd say about 50 at least. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure they were like, let's just give it to the 10 people that are here.
Yeah. So we did get posters and we got the slip mat also. So that was really cool. The record pressing that they were supposed to get, again, they didn't get that. Right. So it was one of those things, if you bought it, you had to come back, but you got all that shit as well. So, I mean, like I said, all in all, it was a lot of fun to do this. It was a unique experience. We did go to Kuma's afterwards, and like you said, we chatted with the hostess dude, and he was basically like, yeah, we were doing a Lamb of God burger when they come into town next week, and one of the managers or somebody came over and like showed us the ad for it.
Yeah, the picture and stuff.
It was really cool. Everybody was super thrilled, super happy. Also, we were talking about it, and the hostess dude went back behind the counter and put on the album and listened to it in full there with us right there eating dinner. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So
I have to keep our eye out for more of these things. I know, Metallica did one a few years back.
At midnight, though.
That one was,
Yeah, and that one I was like, I don't want to go all the way out there at midnight.
Yeah. So. But this was good. And I think it was, you know, again, each record store did it differently. Ours was on Friday the 13th when the album came out. Yeah. Other people did it on Fridays and Saturdays and whatnot.
Yeah, I think it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, depending on what location you went to.
And what they did and whatnot.
And there was 2 in Chicago. I don't remember what the other store was or where it
was. There?
But I'm wondering if they did theirs like maybe Saturday or so. You know,
oh, interesting.
Changing it up a little bit. So, which would be interesting because Chicago on Saturday this year, it was the celebration of
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. So I'm sure that would have been interesting if anybody even showed up or how people were when they showed up.
Mentally and soberly or whatever you want to say that. Anywho, all in all, it was a lot of fun. It's just a unique, fun experience we haven't had with music. So
I have a question for you on this. Would you rather do something like this where you go and listen like at a record shop or listen to the album, or would you rather go to an album release concert like we have for a few of them?
We've done those before.
Would you rather that or the album release party where you just listen to it?
All right, so you know, I said we haven't done an album release party. I've sort of done one before with Mother of Graves and their second album, and it was just streamed. And I just sort of had my headphones in the house and wandered around. But I haven't done like an album like at a store. And like I said, we've done a few of we're gonna have a album release party and whatnot. Typically at those album release parties, they don't play the album in full. At least the ones I've been to, they play a couple of the new tracks on that concert. You know, I can't say one way or the other what I would prefer. I would take whatever opportunity I had to do whatever one, I think. Yeah. This was, like I said, a fun, unique experience. I would definitely do these more. This is a little more attainable, I think, for people just to go hang out at a shop, listen to the album real quick, versus a concert. You're there. It's a bigger commitment to do the concert thing. So this is a fun little thing to do if you just had a few hours to kill and whatnot, or even an hour to kill. Yeah. So I don't know. How about you? What one would you have done, or what one do you prefer?
I prefer the concert.
The concert, do you?
Yeah, over this. This was okay, but it was just kind of like wandering around when it was over. He's just like, well, that's the album. Like,
I mean, if
I don't know. Where like at the concert, at least you get a performance, you get everything with it.
If I had the choice between this or a concert, like they're both happening at the same time, definitely prefer the concert. But if it's sort of like, I don't know what I'm saying. I would definitely prefer the concert over this, but I would like more of this kind of stuff as well, where I can, you know, you can't always have a concert. but I would like to have more community event type things like this where people and fans can come together and check out the new album in sort of a communal experience. I do like that. Makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, that was us exploring new ways to consume music.
That is true. Yes.
So the thing we always say, just get out there, explore music, support your art, support your stores. Have fun with music.
Bye.